Welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow, India's only daily television platform for small businesses. We bring you the right information to empower you, the SME entrepreneur. Tonight on the show, part one of a multi-part episode that we're bringing you from the Leaders of Tomorrow Awards and Conclave 2018, the biggest and the only one of its kind awards platform that celebrates small businesses. On part one, we're bringing you highlights of a special jury that we constituted, including the likes of the head and the top brass of companies like Uber, 3M, Nestle, as well as market veterans to decide on the biggest award, SME of the Year. Take a look.
It's time for the biggest award, the SME of the Year Award 2018. And as you know, it's a special recognition. We pick it out from the winners, the ones that have already won this evening. And we have a special jury for that. So let me take you through the process. The winners, these are shortlisted companies. They'll each get 10 minutes to make their impression on the select group of India Inc.'s biggest voices, who will then crown the winner of the biggest award of the year. It's a live judging round. It's a live jury round. These 10 minutes are divided into 3 minutes for an elevator pitch for each of the contenders. Each contender gets 3 minutes to make an elevator pitch. If they go above the 3 minutes, they are gonged. And then 7 minutes for a grilling question round surround by our jury members. All right, now these three nominees have been selected on the basis of the highest scores during the initial jury round.
Some of the biggest names joining us this evening to select the top award. Can I first call up the first member of the special jury that we've put together tonight to select the SME of the Year. He's a visionary stock picker and one of the most influential names as far as Dalal Street is concerned. It gives me great pleasure to call back market veteran and founder of MK Ventures, Mr. Madhusudan Kela. Very quick question to you before I allow you to take your seat on the table, Mr. Kela. Do you pick winning companies like you do your winning stocks?
So I pick winning entrepreneurs. I think companies are being made by entrepreneurs.
Full marks to you on that answer, sir. Thank you so much. Kindly do take your place at the table. Our next jury member tonight is a Times Group stalwart, and his combined experience of nearly 23 years working for the group under his leadership, Times Network has been expanding its portfolio steadily. Can I please call up on stage the next member of this special jury tonight, Director and CEO of Times Network, MK Anand. Anand, I'm not going to let you go so easily. I have a question for you as well. So even as we are going to be looking at these three companies, which are going to then go ahead and make the final cut as far as the SME of the Year is concerned, what are you going to be looking for?
I think the theme is SME to Sensex, so scalability.
All right, scalability. I hope our nominees are listening to that. A round of applause for Anand as he takes a seat. Thank you very much for that. Let me quickly call the next member of the special jury tonight to please join me on stage. He has successfully driven brand capital through innovation and growth and continues leading it to bigger and higher heights. It gives me great pleasure to call on stage the CEO of Brand Capital, Sam Subramaniam. A round of applause for Sam. And Sam, I have a question for you as well before I let you take your seat at the jury table. You're someone who divides your time across most of the world's major capitals. What possibly are you looking for when it comes to an Indian company? Do you think Indian entrepreneurs are comparing with what you're seeing globally? Very quickly.
Absolutely, absolutely every bit, pound to pound, the same, I would say. Indian entrepreneurs, they, if anything, I would say compared to many others I've seen, they are one step harder, faster, and you know, there's a spring in the step. I love it.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you so much for that, Sam, and I request you to please take your seat at the table. Do keep the applause going for our next member of this special jury. He believes that sometimes the best way out of a hurdle is through it and not around it. He also believes a leader never has all the answers, but he has to have hope. It gives me great pleasure to call on stage Chairman and CEO of Nestle India, Suresh Narayanan. If you can please come up on stage, sir, before I allow you to take your place on the jury table. Very quickly, we've had you on the show previously. You've spoken with us and spoken with our entrepreneurs on Leaders of Tomorrow. If you had one piece of advice for the 3 nominees who are going on to compete for SME of the Year, what would it be?
Your purpose and passion must overtake the end goal that you seek.
Thank you so much for that. Very well said. As always, a round of applause for Mr. Narayanan. And can I request you to kindly take your place at the special jury table? Our next member of the jury has from the very beginning sought out assignments in other countries to establish herself as a transcultural leader. She's also an executive member of the Women's Leadership Forum for 3M. It gives me great pleasure to call up on stage the Managing Director, 3M India and Sri Lanka, Debabrati Sen. Debabrati, if I can kindly ask you to join us here on stage. And a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Do keep it going. There are a lot of times you're going to be clapping, so please don't let that die down. Debabrati, my question to you as someone who's on the Women's Council and the Women's Panel, do you see enough women entrepreneurs who are perhaps coming to the country? Is that a yes or no answer? Are you happy with what you're saying?
It's never enough. 50% of the population, 50% of entrepreneurs, we're not there yet. So yes, we need to do more.
And hopefully we will see a change here on the Leaders of Tomorrow as well, with more women entrepreneurs winning. Thank you so much. Can I request you to please take your seat at the special jury table? Next up, may I please call upon someone who's been honored with the Padma Shri for his contribution to trade and industry. He's been involved in many startups and has personally mentored thousands of small businesses across industries and across the country. It gives me great pleasure to welcome on stage co-founder and chairman of the Indian Angel Network, Mr. Saurabh Srivastava. Mr. Srivastava, kindly do join us here on stage. A warm round of applause for the next member of our special jury. I do have a question for you as well. You're someone who's seen thousands and thousands of small businesses. One thing that you are going to be looking for in the winner tonight?
Clarity of vision, big aspirations.
Clarity of vision and big aspirations. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Srivastava. Can I kindly request you to please join us on the special jury table? Let me quickly introduce our last panelist tonight. His company proudly says an active contributor as far as groundbreaking initiatives across Uber's commitment to safety is his forte. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome our last member of the special jury tonight to select the SME of the Year, Pradeep Parameswaran. Pradeep. So Pradeep, we had you on stage earlier talking about how quickly India's changing. Are you excited by some of the entrepreneurs that you've seen here tonight? Are you excited about the finalists that we're going to see?
I'm not just excited. I leave today incredibly hopeful just looking at the energy of the folks here who are trying to do some amazing things. I think the age of the startups has barely started in India. And as Mr. Kela said, I think we are looking for some of the global visionaries and global leaders to emerge from this room. So I'm very, very excited to be part of this process.
Sunanda, I thought you'd ask him whether he drove here, whether he took the Uber Go, the Uber XL, the Uber
That's
Black.
why you're not doing this.
Short answer is I am not allowed to take any other mode of transport. So.
Thank you very much for that, Pradeep. And may I request you to kindly join us at the special jury table as we kick off the process to select the SME of the Year. With that, I'm going to quickly hand it back to you, Sumit, as I walk back.
Like I said earlier, this is a live jury round. There are 3 contestants. We've chosen them by the highest score that they've got. They'll each get 3 minutes to make the elevator pitch, followed by 7 minutes for the jury to question them, to grill them. Before we go ahead, let's take a look at our 3 final contestants.
And the nominees for the category SME of the Year, ISC Projects, Consulting Engineers Group, Clensta International.
Let me quickly move on to our next nominee for tonight for the SME of the Year award. I'd like to call up on stage CEO and founder of Clensta International, Puneet Gupta.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Puneet Gupta. I represent Clensta International. So I introduce my company like this way. We make people bath without water. So Clensta is a company introduced recently a product wherein you can take bath without water. So it's a waterless technology. And we've been working day and night for the last 3 years, developed this product along with the help of IIT Delhi, because IIT Delhi is one of the shareholders in our venture. Commercialize this product with the focus which we've been reading throughout in our MBA. When I went to IIM, there is a blue ocean strategy. So a number of players in this crowded space, and to differentiate yourself was very difficult. So therefore, we thought, yes, water conservation was one of the criteria which we were focused so far. However, other than water conservation, I wanted that personal hygiene should be accessible to everyone in the whole world. So we targeted the market, defense, hospitals. We segregated ourselves. We've been considered for a case study in IIMs that why market segmentation is important. So waterless technology, which is a base technology, and we are trying to implement in various different sectors all throughout. So 2 products commercialized. Another is waterless toothpaste, which is safe to swallow. You can brush without water. You don't need water to wash your clothes. So likewise, the base technology we are trying to integrate.
Whether or not you win this award, I must tell you, your idea is the most fascinating one that I've heard this evening.
Thank you so much.
So congratulations for the power of your idea. I mean, I think it's fantastic to hear someone talk about not having a bath without water. I hope we can eat food without cleansing our mouth. I mean, that will be also a fantastic thing where, Nestle will participate with you, because I think it's a... Look, I just want to ask you, I think it's a superb idea. But tell me, on average, how much does it cost to have a bath without water?
Yeah, so, well, this is the question which I'm answering since beginning when I started the venture. At early stage, people laughed at me that, it is not possible, changing habits difficult, So, however, as I said, we segregated our market in such a way that at least I can say that we are 10x cheaper than the existing solution available in the market which we are targeting. And the market is good enough, which is 11,000 crore in India itself, where we are targeting, we are the only single player. So in terms of cost, if I say, we are trying to make it affordable at least 20 rupees per bath for even a patient in hospital.
Pradeep, I believe, has a question.
Yeah, Puneet, can I say congratulations, and may your aspiration not be to become Apple of tech or Uber of cars, but to be Clensta of healthcare. That'll be good. I have a very basic question. So how do you take a bath without water?
Okay, so, well, it's quite simple. I will explain. I can go technically to answer this question, but let me help you for everyone's, to understand the basic principle when we take a normal bath. Actually, we are only using water as a mechanism to remove those molecules of dirt, dust, oil, which is on your body, and that helps when you are using soap or body wash, existing product, which attracts to that dirt, and you use water as a rinsing mechanism. So what we have done is, we have changed the formulation in such a way that for removal of those molecules, you don't need water. So there can be different methods.
What will happen when companies like these start competing with you? They come with a formulation which is a little different. What is your moat? How will you sort of protect yourself?
We are keeping all those entry barriers for people like them.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Puneet from Clensta. Can we request you to take your seat? Thank you, Puneet.
And we're ready to announce our big winner tonight. Before we do that, though, I would like to request our special jury to please join us back on stage for this announcement. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as our special jury comes back on stage tonight.
That's right. Okay, so it's up to you. Anand, you've got the mic. Tell us, out of the 3 ISC projects, Clensta, Mr. Vishwas Jain, who's won it?
I think, like we said, Clensta has cleaned it without water. Congratulations, Puneet.
Puneet Gupta, can we have you on stage, please?
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Vineet, and ladies and gentlemen, do keep your applause going. Our SME of the year 2018 is Clensta International, Puneet Gupta. Many, many congratulations to you, Puneet.
Let's keep that applause going, ladies and gentlemen. This is your SME of the year.